The worst was whenever you like on AOL back during dial-up, you'd have to jerk off to a picture, and like it would load slowly. Right. So like you jerk it off, it's like a hot chick, hot hair, beautiful tits, and then you're about to come, and then there's a fucking dick. And then you're like, God, I just came to a dick.
Okay.
And
you didn't have to.
What kind of podcast is this? Well, crass.
I always think that's why I'm so progressive or bi-curious, is because of things like that happened to me when I was younger.
No.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, it was like, I would only girl on girl.
Well, my intention was to see girl on girl or straight sex, but they'd slip the gay stuff in, and you're already at the point of no return. So you come to the gay stuff, and then you're like,
we're rolling.
All right, cool. Hey, what's up? Welcome back. Oh, sorry, that was weird. I made eye contact with. I got sight. Okay. Welcome back to another episode of Raj Against the Machine. We're back in the studio again with our awesome co-producer Eric Crisanti.
What up?
And we are back here again with Chris Toss, super funny comedian all over New York City, and we've actually had him on an episode quite a while back. But since then, he's had a baby.
Yes, I have.
He's a dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's that going?
It's going well. We talked before about sleep deprivation. That's a main thing. Don't shake the baby.
Can't shake the baby.
Can't shake the baby.
Yeah, can't shake the baby.
That was really hammered home. And I was like, why? Why you guys, why are you pushing that so much?
Yeah. Do I look like
feels
someone?
Obvious. Yeah. Like, don't shake the baby. But then you spend a week with the baby. And you're like, I see why
they get shook.
yeah. And I definitely, I used to have zero sympathy for fathers that would just leave for milk and leave.
Yeah.
But having experienced it, I could see how a weaker man would do that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
It's tough. If you don't want a kid, or if you're not ready,
don't force it.
Because
you will kill that kid.
Yeah. Or you're just gonna give him a hard time, or that, or her, or whatever. It's not good.
I wonder if there's a direct correlation between shitty people and if they were born to parents who actually wanted them. I
feel like there's definitely a correlation.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't want that kid, the kid in the beginning definitely gives you a lot of reasons to be like, see, this is why I didn't want this, But if you're someone who that was something you've always wanted and you're ready and all that kind of stuff, you're just like, I'm going to power through this. And,
And you like all these things.
Yeah. You don't like them,
right.
But they start to hit the milestones that make it all worth it, right? Then, when they first start to make eye contact with you instead of just going then you're like, wow, this is life that I brought in here.
Yeah, this is kind of cool that he acknowledges me.
Right. Yeah. In the beginning, it's kind of like a tadpole that's screaming every time it's hungry. And then, when you get that first smile, you're like, oh my God, I'll do everything to make this kid smile.
Right. As opposed to being a dad who didn't want that kid, you'd be like, don't fucking smile at me. I did nothing.
What are you laughing at?
There's nothing funny about this.
You laughing at my lost youth?
I haven't slept in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't need to see a fucking smile out of you, kid. Yeah.
Taunting you.
But besides not shaking it, we were talking about this before the pod. You can't even give him water.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you're not supposed to give a child water unless it's distilled and mixed with formula. Until they reach, I think, 6 months, like we said. But could be even later than that.
That's insane. Eric, did you know that?
I did not. I'm Googling it right now.
Yeah. I mean, you're speaking to a father of a brand new baby.
Yeah,
I think
he knows.
He knows. But I feel like you and I, we 100% would have not drowned it, but given it water, and
I would have been filling my baby up with water.
And who knows what the outcome would have been, but it would not have been good. It would have been a really sick baby or even worse. But
they get all the water they need from breast milk.
Right. And and that's That's always good milk.
Yeah. Breast milk it's a superfood. It's insane. Yeah.
I heard like adult humans are discovering breast milk as opposed to like cow milk, almond milk, or oat milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
Well, I feel like you're just never producing enough breast milk for the baby. So the fact that like
they're marketing towards adults.
Yeah, it's like, is there even like an abundance of it that
Yeah.
I feel like there's so many people that can't breastfeed and they need the breast milk. You know, that's just wild. But I see the health benefits probably exist.
For sure. I'm trying to think, would I drink so if I had to get breast milk from a human lady, I'd need to see who it came out of. Like on the milk carton, just gotta be a picture of the lady's face.
But when you drink milk, you don't have to see the cow.
Nah, because I'm not fucking cows. But
yeah. Well, you're not banging the lady that you're getting the breast milk. That's not like a contingency.
Yeah, but
it's possible.
There's a slight possibility. There's a very small chance.
She's attainable.
She's a human being.
Yeah.
Therefore, she is attainable.
Yeah, but she's a mother because you can't produce breast milk unless you have a baby.
Mom's fuck.
Oh my God. You're just tearing up this new family so you can know who's making the breast milk you're drinking.
Well, let me propose you a question.
Okay.
And you had to drink a cup of breast milk, and it came out of Rosie O'Donnell. Like it could have came out of Rosie O'Donnell, or it could have came out of fucking Sabrina Carpenter. Whose milk are you drinking?
I probably wouldn't drink either. Sabrina Carpenter looks kind of gross to me.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Who do you find super attractive?
Super attractive. I find intelligent, charismatic women super attractive.
Okay.
And I don't think that Sabrina Carpenter fits that.
Okay. Well, who would you see on the TV or in a magazine and be like, wow, she does it for me?
You're going to get me in trouble.
That's why he doesn't think Sabrina Carpenter is attractive. You got to catch on, Raj.
Oh, got it. Okay, so you're picking the Rosie O'Donnell milk.
I'm not, because hers is probably powdered at this point. Okay, I would say peak Kate Beckinsale.
Okay,
all right. I mean, she's still peak. She's very attractive, but I mean, like her and Van Helsing in Click.
Underworld.
Yeah.
Oof.
Kate Beckinsale.
I don't care for her in Pearl Harbor.
Natalie Portman, like, in the late, early 2000s.
Or the lady from Superman.
Oh, Rachel Brosnahan.
Oh, the new Superman?
Yeah.
No, I don't know her. I heard it wasn't that good.
Well,
did you see it?
I saw it twice. Did you see it?
You saw it twice?
I did.
Damn.
I'm going to go see it a third time Sunday.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I heard it's just like Superman getting beat up all the time.
He is getting his ass handed to him.
Yeah. But that's not Superman, though.
Yeah, but I mean, if you think back on Man of Steel, he also got his ass handed to him. You need him to get his ass handed to him for him to really show that he's Superman. If he's just kicking ass from the beginning to the end, it kind of gets boring and monotonous.
He's also only getting his ass beat because Lex Luthor, Lex Luthor, not the wrestler. Lex Luthor has figured out how to beat him up because they're trying to bypass all of the beginning stages of Superman. So
I see.
They've figured out how to get
okay, so yeah, because but that's the thing with Superman. It's like you see him crushing it, and it's like there's nothing that this dude's fine, and then Lex Luthor comes out with this is what messes him up.
They just started off with Lex Luthor beating his ass
because Superman was originally created as like American propaganda, right?
Correct.
Like where it's like he's untouchable, he's immune to everything, like except that one kryptonite or lack of patriotism, which would be the symbolism for that.
Oh, kryptonite is a symbolism for lack of patriotism?
Yeah. Not believing in the American dream.
Is what kills him.
What kills Superman.
Whoa.
That is kryptonite.
Did not know that.
I just made that up.
Okay.
But imagine if narratively that worked.
That's crazy.
Imagine. You could literally propagate that. It would be legit. I mean, who's to say it's not an allegory for it?
Yeah, I mean, I could imagine that it is an allegory for something. Yeah. I just don't know if it's not believing in the American dream.
Well, what would it be? Letting your wife get in the way of your dreams?
That's the clip.
You're gonna get us in trouble again, Chris.
No, I think it could be like, I don't know, just everything has a weakness. Every strong person has a weakness. I think that's what it symbolizes.
Really?
Yeah. You can't just be all almighty. You got to have a weakness, right? Even if Superman was a symbol, a comparison to God, right? Even he's got a weakness.
Well, that's why the allegory of like Superman being a representation of America. Like, if you don't believe and align with America, that is the weakness of America.
It represents an Achilles heel, a fatal flaw, a vulnerability or weakness that can undermine even the strongest individual or entity.
Yes.
Does it say anything about the American dream? We're not believing in it?
It can symbolize anything that significantly weakens or harms something that is otherwise powerful.
See? If he represents America, lack of patriotism.
Right.
Boom.
That is true. But now going to this point, if he represents America, because that was a big thing that was going on recently where James Gunn said in an interview that Superman is an immigrant. And then everybody was upset about that.
Well, but he's really an alien.
Yeah, he's literally an alien.
Yeah, so if you want to equate an alien to an immigrant, that actually feels backwards.
If anything, it feels on the spot.
No, because you're not supposed to call immigrants aliens.
Oh. Are we not? Is that gone?
You're not supposed to. Well, it comes off. There's like a microaggression behind calling them an alien, but in a way that is still
what an immigrant is.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
right. But that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna make the equate like the equivalency, then that it doesn't work the other way around, right? Like if Superman is an immigrant, but he's an alien,
right,
then an immigrant is an alien. And that's a microaggression.
Because the argument is that if he's an alien, when they're called aliens, that means like they're not supposed to be here because they're aliens.
Right. Whereas if they're an immigrant, they're still not supposed to be here.
Well, if they're an illegal immigrant, they're not supposed to be.
Right.
Legal immigration.
Correct.
Yeah.
But he's an illegal immigrant.
He's an illegal alien.
Therefore, he's an illegal immigrant.
Yes.
Yes. No documents, no paperwork.
But an illegal immigrant is not an illegal alien because that's a microaggression.
Okay. So the word alien we can't use. Correct?
I think as a very woke person, I would never
use the word alien
to describe someone who came here illegally, potentially causing disruption like Superman would.
Right. But at the end of the day, he did come here illegally and he would be considered an immigrant, an illegal immigrant.
I would counter that by saying Superman was then adopted legally.
No, he wasn't.
By his parents.
Well, but there was no paperwork to adopt.
Well, I mean, how did he get his job at the Daily Planet? He has to have a paper trail.
How did he go to school?
But who did they adopt him from?
They found him. That was the whole thing.
Oh, is that what you could do? You could just find a baby and be like, I claim this baby. This is mine.
Well, I mean, if there's a situation where a baby's dropped off at the firehouse, like what do you think happens?
They don't like have their records somewhere.
Okay. Right. Okay. So he is adopted.
He's adopted.
So
he's a naturalized citizen.
He's a naturalized citizen.
So he may have in the past been an illegal immigrant, but he would be, in this case, an American citizen.
Okay, so he is an all-American hero.
Yeah, which is why the bucket of an immigrant, I would go with alien in this case for Superman.
Okay. I get what you're saying.
James Gunn wasn't even a Superman fan.
Right.
Until he inherited this and also resisted. He was like, I don't know how I'm going to treat it. I can't, figure it. And then he was suddenly I figured it out. I'll make him a giant pushover.
That was the one thing I didn't like. I feel like Henry Cavill's Superman in this universe would have worked a lot better because then there's that contrast of this new Superman is not like a stoic person.
Correct.
He's very emotional.
Lighthearted, emotional.
Which I didn't like because then he just blends into all the other characters in the movie.
Right.
It's very lighthearted.
He doesn't stand out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If they had the Cavill version in this with all of the lightheartedness around him,
that would have increased the humor in the movie.
right?
And also he would have stood out.
Right, because you'd play straight man, right?
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But you know what? Why does every superhero movie have to have like 1,000 bits in it? You know, like why can't we just go like Dark Knight, serious tone, maybe one or two jokes of like a crazy sort of nihilistic Joker sort of representation of Ra's al Ghul with like, you know, that's like a quirky, funny, but not like trying to make you laugh out loud laugh.
No, I agree with you. That's why I love the Snyderverse so much, because it took those movies very seriously.
Right.
You know, but hey, we don't have the Snyderverse anymore, so you got to go with what's there. So now the Gunverse is there, and you're like, here's what he could have done to make it a little bit better.
Yeah. I will say Creature Commandos was pretty good.
Oh, the cartoon?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, my friend Rafi put me on it. He's a comic as well. That was a good show.
Okay.
I was just reading about it because it's apparently like the beginning of Gunn's situation.
Yeah.
Outside of like the kind of soft Suicide Squad Peacemaker.
Which was crap.
Right.
Yeah, I think Peacemaker's the only one that he's like keeping from the old movies in.
And not his Suicide Squad reboot?
No.
Okay.
I think he's keeping Viola Davis.
Oh, as Amanda Waller?
Or no, it doesn't she die? I don't know. But
okay,
she might have died in that. I don't actually know what I'm talking about. But it's Peacemaker and the Beetle. I think the Beetle guy is a part of this whole thing.
Wow, he lucked out.
Yeah.
That kid, because
he squeaked right through.
He really squeaked, because everybody from the Snyderverse is out, right? Cavill's out. I mean, they're bringing Momoa back, but he's playing Lobo.
Yeah,
that's probably better for him.
That's probably better for him anyway.
He wanted to do that from the beginning.
Oh, right, exactly. Yeah,
I didn't think he was like he was cool as Aquaman, or the first one, you know, but I just felt like, I don't know, his brother looked more like Aquaman than himself.
Oh, really?
You know what I mean?
Oh, in the movie. Yeah. That's so true. Yeah. Whenever I first saw, like, when I was reading the Lobo comics and then I saw that Jason Momoa was playing Aquaman, I was like, they completely fucked this up.
Yeah.
So that's one thing they are fixing, but it sucks. Like, for all those people who were in the Snyderverse, you know, Jason Momoa made it, and fucking the kid from Karate Kid made it. That's it. Yeah.
Jeez.
I feel bad for Ben.
I know, he was a great Batman.
He had a whole script ready to.
He was a good
direct
Batman.
himself.
Yeah.
He was a really good Batman. And one thing people keep complaining about in the Snyderverse is like, these guys are brooding and dark and everything. It was like, these guys are also older in the Snyderverse. It's an older Superman. It's an older Batman. Whereas in the Gunverse, these guys are just 3 years in, right?
Well,
or at least Superman is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say there's Gunn is supposed to have his own Batman separate from
Robert Pattinson?
but because everyone is so excited about this Superman, there's a lot of rumors that he might just have Pattinson be intertwined with it and he'll be the Batman for this.
Yeah, I mean, that would make sense, because then they would have to do another Batman movie to reintroduce the new actor.
They're always going to make a new Batman movie.
But they've never done Batman and Batman separate from each other.
Right. To continue. That's like they've changed actors, but still a continuation of like.
Right. You've never had Batman doing his own thing, one actor, and then another Batman actor
in the Justice League or whatever.
Well, they did have like a Gotham taking place at the same time as.
Correct, but
that's not really Batman centric.
Yeah, that wasn't Batman centric, and also I think the CW and the DCEU had like a thing where they couldn't show these characters in TV while they were in movies.
Right.
Unless, and we're getting so nerdy, but one of the loopholes was like, unless if it took place in a different universe. So like the Flash they had in the TV show, but they also had him in the movie, but they were taking place in separate universes. And they even addressed that when the Flash from the movie actually did a crossover, and you see him in a scene in the CW show.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's true. And then they brought back for the Flash movie, they brought back, what's his name? Original Batman.
George
Tim
Clooney.
Burton, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Michael Keaton.
Yeah, that's it.
George Clooney.
Yeah, well, he wasn't at the end. Yeah.
Oh, he was?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. That's funny.
Yeah.
I liked him. I mean, I thought Val Kilmer was a pretty good Batman, you know?
I thought so too, R.I.P.
Yeah. I mean, people hate that movie, but like, I didn't think it was that bad. I mean,
that was
the best
Batman
is still
Forever,
the second
right?
one. Yeah, Batman Forever.
Have you seen the Superman documentary about what's his name?
Christopher Reeves?
No, the Nicolas Cage.
Oh no, I saw bits and pieces.
Oh, where he was supposed to be?
Yeah. And they did an homage to that in the Flash movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's funny.
Yeah, he was. I didn't see it, but I saw like the clips.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage. He went there. He shot for one day. He had no idea what they were doing with him. Mm-hmm. And when he saw the final movie, he was like, "What the hell did I sign up for?"
Yeah.
Sorry,
I was gonna say, but I mean, I haven't really paid attention to Snyder's verse, but I would assume this is the best out of the last like 10 years of DC shit.
Yeah, but it's also the
so
only, it's the only thing after Snyder's verse. So
no, I'm saying even
including.
I'm saying including. That's
okay.
why everyone's so excited, because it's like, all right, they didn't blow this.
True. I mean, I didn't think they blew Man of Steel. I love Man of Steel.
Yeah, I thought Man of Steel was perfectly fine.
I thought it was great.
Yeah, it's really
but then, it's so ironic because people are calling this movie woke, right? They're calling this Superman so woke.
Why?
Because I mean, without giving too much away, like
I won't watch it. You can tell me.
Well, he handles a war that's very similar to what's going on with Israel and Palestine. He saves like a squirrel, like throughout all of this shit that's going on. He makes sure he managed to save a squirrel and put it to safety. They make it a very big deal to talk about how there's zero casualties or very minimal casualties. They constantly keep reiterating that. What else?
What do you mean zero like of his fights?
Yeah,
Yes.
like whenever there's fights and stuff going on, there's zero casualties in the area.
They're like, despite the destruction, no one dies. He saves everyone.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of like Lois and Clark, Superman.
Oh, like the CW show?
Yeah, back in the 90s, I think.
Oh, with Dean Cain?
Yeah.
And then there's also like this big kaiju, like I'm sure you've seen that in the trailer. It's like this big monster that's fucking up the city, and they end up killing that monster, but then he's like, oh, we could have taken it to like an intergalactic zoo, or like we could have taken it out more humanely.
That is corny, dude.
It was kind of corny. Yeah.
Well, they do push back on it. Like the characters in the movie, they're like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
But I just think it's so ironic because they're like, oh, the Superman is so woke. I was like,
him being a good person is woke.
Yeah, him being a good person is considered woke now. I think he's just a good dude.
Yeah, that's weird. Also, like, I don't know, saving a squirrel, like that is kind of something Superman would do.
Even in the midst of like, there's a huge thing happening in this scene. Like the world is coming to an end, and he makes sure to save a squirrel in the midst of it.
That's kind of dumb.
I think they were just trying to make the point, like this Superman is going to do everything he can to make. They also want to make sure that everyone knows that no one's dying, as opposed to like Avengers, where like I'm pretty sure
millions and millions of people
died throughout like battles in the city.
Yeah. But, I just, when you go back to Man of Steel, like, for example, everybody had a problem with the fact that he broke Zod's neck, right?
Oh, really?
At the end of the movie.
Yeah.
So many people had a problem with that.
Why?
Because Superman doesn't kill.
Yeah.
But I think...
I thought he kills Zod in the comics.
I thought so, too.
I mean, I'm sure Superman has
killed plenty of times.
But the problem is they did it in the first movie. I think like if you set up first this Superman being able to wanting to save everyone, and then like 3-4 movies down the line he kills somebody, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, that's true.
I thought Batman was like more of that like creed of not killing.
Oh yeah, but in the Snyderverse, Batman didn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
he's killing people left, right, center.
Cool.
Yeah, that's what I loved it.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's the Superman stuff. The Epstein Files.
Oh, love it.
Yeah.
You love it?
Yeah, of course I love it.
What's going on? Are we ever gonna see it? I don't think we're ever gonna see it.
We are gonna see it.
Are we?
Yeah, just look up every CEO of every major company, every key politician, the reason why they didn't release it is because everyone is on those flights.
Of course. Yeah.
You know, it was originally a flight log list, and they changed the narrative to a client list. If you notice that, they were very careful to change that like description of the list, because originally it was like flight log list, because that's tangible. There's no way to really go around that, because like if you're a pilot, like you need to have a list of the people who are on board.
On that plane. And if you're on that plane, you're going to that island.
I mean, for not always, but at least you're having a one-on-one with Epstein.
Yeah.
A decent amount.
Well, was he always on the plane for those flight logs? Like that was always like the weird thing with the flight logs, is even if your name is on, like I think Trump's name's on the flight logs, but it doesn't necessarily mean anything, because was it even going to the island? Was Epstein on the plane when he was, you know?
Was he on the plane? Probably not. I don't think Trump was on the plane. But he's quoted saying like, oh, I've known him for 15 years. He's a good guy. You know, he likes them young like I do.
He likes them young like I do?
Yeah. People say he loves women and he likes them young, you know, like me.
Right.
Something like that, which is like crazy to say out of pocket, even in an interview, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It sounds like it was even unprompted. They're like, hey, how are you doing? And he's like, listen, he likes them young like I do.
It's probably at Jeff's birthday party. And they're all like having a great time, and he's just like out of pocket saying stuff like that.
It's insane.
But my problem is this dude ran on this like, you know, hey, we're going to expose like the corruption that's going on, and like obviously like the fueling of the elites. Voted him for like his disruption, right? And then he goes in and then falls and bends the knee to like the status quo, and like just fuels this same like, you know, lack of transparency.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is like the ultimate betrayal, I think.
Well, I mean, I would argue having sex with young women is probably worse than just hiding the list.
But I feel betrayed, you know?
Yeah. It is funny though, because like it's so true. Everybody voted for him based on his transparency, and now he's completely going against that.
Right.
And the thing is, what is he so scared of?
Dude, what happened for sure was when Epstein was deleted, he probably had some people go in and scrub whatever they could find of his. Like, you're telling me all these multi-millionaires don't have access to people to like go and break in and do like the dirty work of like espionage stuff. So he probably thought he scrubbed everything clean and was like, all right, I know I'm not, you know, there's no trace of me or whatever. So let's like gung-ho run this amok. And then they probably like released it and they saw like, oh shoot, I'm on it. Everybody's on it. If we release this list, half of Congress is going to have to be fired. Half of the CEOs of the world will be like boycotted against. And it's like one of those things like where you discover, you know, the cure for something, but then it's going to destroy a huge economic portion of society.
Like some people say the cure for cancer exists.
Right.
But it would, it would destroy the pharmaceutical world.
Right.
Or there just was never a list to begin with, and he ran on the conspiracy that it did.
As like a blackmail tactic?
No, just when he wanted votes, all he's got to say is, I'm going to release the list.
Yeah, but there are people in the DOJ that were like, yeah, we have the list, like, you know, we're looking it over. Like they claim to have had the list.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying it's so important that they change the narrative of it being a client of it being a flight log list to a client list.
Correct.
Right? Because one is very clearly tangible. The other is like speculation. You know what I mean? And that's like the big issue that I have with it, because they really flipped that. And then for him to go like, why are we still talking about this? What's going on? It's like, dude, you've been talking about this.
Yeah, you've been talking about this. Who do you think is holding back the list? Because I don't think the president has that much power to hold back the list from being seen.
Dude, the most powerful people in the country are probably not even the president. And they're probably like, hey man, like, nah,
we can't let this out.
I feel like if the list was, I feel like we would know by now. We would know who's on the list. it's impossible to keep that much of a secret for
really
however many
killed
years.
JFK a secret.
But I still, even though they released all those documents about JFK, there's still no definitive answer as to who did it.
Right.
There's just a little bit more information about what happened.
Right. Yeah, it's just like a carrot dangling. They're able to suppress information. That is literally the way governments can maintain control. Like, just look at COVID, how much they suppress, like, oh, you can't say it came from China, like that's really bad, blah, blah, blah. As soon as the real estate market for enterprises started to tank, commercial real estate, what are we doing? Let's all go
get back to the offices.
Right? Well, what happened to all the information that you gathered on the importance of doing it?
Yeah.
Was that propaganda to make us more complacent with working from home and not going into the office?
Yeah, it's a really good point.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But speaking of corporate CEOs, you see what happened to the CEO of Astronomer?
Yeah.
That guy that got caught at the Coldplay concert with his CPO.
Yep.
They were holding each other.
Oh yeah, that was intimate, and it was definitely like everybody knew about it.
Oh, for
except
sure.
the spouses, which is sad. That's
That is
embarrassing.
sad.
Is she also married?
Yeah, I think so.
I think she had a wedding ring on, and some photos that leaked of well, not leaked, but some of their group photos of their all of the people that work at Astronomer.
Yeah.
She has a wedding ring on. Yeah.
And that's the annoying part too, is like they immediately run to like, the wife of him is like a victim and all that kind of stuff. And there's like sympathy and like obviously like scorn for him.
Right.
But she also has to take a certain level of responsibility. And we should also try to, prop up like her husband as a victim as well.
Oh yeah, exactly. It takes two to tango.
It takes two to tango, and I get it. He's your boss, but you're HR, and your whole point is to like reduce the instances of a dynamic like that ever occurring.
Yeah,
like you're literally a subject matter expert on that. Like
100%.
the CEO might be stupid and blind to that, but you're a career professional in the space of HR, and you don't know how to set boundaries.
Yeah. She should have
insane.
100% been like, "Hey, this can't happen."
Yeah, report literally rules for thee, not for me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That is pretty insane. Yeah. If anything, I think she's more at fault than him. He's just dumb.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely obviously like a douche,
Yeah, he's definitely a douche, but I don't think he can even abuse his power because she is the CPO. She is HR.
Yeah, I mean, there is a certain level of like, is it a figurehead thing? Is it like, how much power do you really have in that power dynamic where he's CEO and you're the HR person? But that doesn't absolve her of the responsibility of saying like, this is literally my career is to spot out instances like this, prevent them and make it a problem. She has her subordinate in the video as well,
to her,
in HR. And like, what kind of example are you setting for them? That's horrible.
Do we know for a fact that they aren't separated from their significant others?
Yeah. Do we also know for a fact that them and their respective significant others don't have marital issues already?
I mean, even if you do, like the guilt in which they both kind of went off camera
that is true.
For that is,
Yeah, if you're already on the outs with your wife, you don't need to duck that fast on camera.
Yeah. Or also, if they probably played it cool, no one would have thought of it.
Exactly.
What made it a viral instance was like them not playing it cool and like going and hiding it, from that.
Yeah.
Because she looks like any generic like white lady and he looks like any generic white guy.
Correct.
You know what I mean? You could just easily be like, oh, that's not me.
Yeah. Yeah. But the fact that he ducked so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's also like, dude, like you're at a Coldplay concert. Yeah. That's the real crime.
That's the problem, man.
Yeah. Like who goes to I used to rule the world and now I got caught cheating on my wife.
That's their next single.
Yeah.
Coldplay's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that would probably be the worst way to get caught cheating to go viral with it. That sucks. You can't even cheat in peace anymore. You can't even cheat in peace anymore. Dude, because I saw it before it went viral. I saw somebody post it on TikTok,
Yeah,
and it didn't even have maybe 400 likes. And then within the first 10 or 20 comments, they already found this guy. They already knew who it was, and then it blew up.
Yeah,
right?
now it's on Reddit.
Yeah, now it's everywhere.
On page 6. They know who this guy is. They found out where he used to work. He was like a terrible person, apparently. Now people are coming out of the woodworks.
It's a scary world.
Well, also some of it is kind of like, are they just trying to like tear this guy down because it's like he's an elite person,
right?
I mean, also, who has heard of astronomer before this?
I have.
Like, is it guerrilla marketing?
I looked it up. I don't even know what the fuck this thing is.
Yeah, it's a tech pipeline shit.
Yeah,
just run
some AI tech pipeline shit. Yeah, I have no idea what the hell they do.
Yeah.
But you ever get caught doing something dumb?
Yeah, I mean, I've been caught doing dumb stuff all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing like getting caught for something you kind of expected would happen eventually.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like when I was a kid, I pretended to be our school psychologist on MySpace.
Whoa.
Yeah. And eventually I was caught. So
By the school?
by the police and the school.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What did you, how old were you?
I was 13.
And you're already pretending to be a psychologist?
Yeah. I was
How long did you get away with it for?
months.
Wow. Your school psychologist must have been a fucking idiot, though.
No, it wasn't a real person. I fabricated it. Yeah, it didn't exist. So I was talking to my friends and pranking them, right? And just like I made a MySpace account saying like, hey, I'm using this to reach out to kids in the school as like a safe vehicle because this is where kids are meeting and congregating and talking and they feel comfortable, right? So narratively, it made a lot of sense.
That's true.
And it was actually like kind of innovative. I think if any school psychologist did that after me, it's because of me.
Yeah, you set the tone.
Yeah.
You set the, that's great. Anybody open up to you about some really
so many.
weird
Yeah,
shit?
I learned so many secrets about my friends. And I'm just there like laughing. But at a certain point, like I just committed so hard with the bit that I was like helping them with real life situations. Like it just got so deep into it, and only like my close circle of friends, really, really close, like knew about it. And there was speculation that it was me. Like people were talking about it. And then I had one friend who I'd been talking to, and she was like, hey, messaged me on my real MySpace. And it was like, hey, is this you? Cause my mom is like asking about it. And me, I was like, nah, that's not me. Come on. And the mom called the school.
Oh, shit.
And that's when I learned that IP addresses could be tracked.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So the cops showed up to my house.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And my mom made tea and cookies for the police.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. And she was like, she was in full Greek mom, like appeasement mode. And they were kind of like, actually, like, we're just stoked that it's a child. And like, I didn't even process. I didn't even process why they'd be so concerned. Cause like the whole time I was like, it's just a prank. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
But then, they made it clear to me. They were like, you understand, like, if you were an adult doing this, it would be a really bad thing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I was like, oh, because they were like, because they were worried like you might be trying to have sex with the kids.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I was trying to,
but I'm 13.
But I'm 13 also.
I feel like I was trying to fuck 13-year-olds, but I'm 13.
Yeah. And they were like, we're not, you're good. So like, it was just like, everyone was just relieved that I was a student.
Mm-hmm. You didn't get suspended or anything like that?
Yeah, I got like in-school suspension for a couple days. But, I was a hero for a little bit.
Yeah, no, that's kind of cool.
It was a great prank. It was good lore for our school. Like people from my high school, and, they still talk about it when they see me or whatever.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. My middle school, my 8th grade girlfriend moved from Florida and came to the school. I started dating her. She was the most beautiful girl in our grade. Like she just like moved in and everybody was like, yo. And I dated her and I was still really shy and like didn't really go anywhere with her. You know, the most was like first base and stuff and maybe like a little bit of second base. But then she moved away after that year. So we broke up and she got pregnant.
Whoa.
At 14.
Oof.
Yeah. And everyone made jokes about it being mine. And I was like, honestly, guys, I'm not even that cool. Like, you know, had I known that it was an option, I probably would have pursued, but maybe my life would have turned out very different.
Oh, and here you're like, man, could you get pregnant off of second base?
Yeah. No, there were moments where I was like very scared.
Oh my gosh, that is scary.
Yeah. So,
but your school prank reminded me of this one thing that happened to me when I was in high school. So there was, you know, I was talking to this one girl. There was rumors that we had sex, but I never denied them because I was like, I'm fucking cool.
That makes you cool.
Yeah, people think I had sex with this chick. So then my buddy somehow logs into her AIM. Like he gets her AIM screen name and he logs into it.
You call it AIM?
That is strange.
That is so weird.
What is it, AIM?
Yeah, everyone says AIM.
Okay.
The fuck are you, a robot, dude? What the fuck was that?
AOL Instant Messenger.
AIM?
Okay, well, yeah.
I'm glad you called them out.
What do you go? You go shop at COSCO?
No, I go shopping at COSTCO.
Oh, it's COST. Fuck. God, I had the high ground too. God damn it.
Okay, so he logs into her AIM, and then he messages me, and he's like, and I think it's her, and he's like, "Hey, when are we hanging out?" I was like, "Oh, you know, I got stuff going on tonight, but maybe tomorrow." And then he goes, "Well, maybe we could have sex." And then I was like, you know, maybe I've never had it before. And you know, we'll see what leads to what. And then he's like, "It's me, Gary." I was like, "You fuck."
And you're like, you still down though?
we still fucking.
So like invitation rejected.
Yeah. So I was like, I'll still see you tomorrow at 5.
What was I was gonna ask, what was the craziest thing that somebody had come to you, Chris, when you were
impersonating the psychologist?
Well, there were a lot of people were cutting themselves.
Whoa.
Yeah. A lot of them were cutting themselves and like,
oh yeah, your emo.
Yeah.
Yeah. All your emo buddies.
And they, you know, and that was like, you know, we're talking early 2000s where that was like in vogue. Right. And so I did a lot of like, you know, explaining why that's not a good thing to do. I was actually doing a lot of good. I swear to God, like in the beginning, it turned into a joke, but it was like, hey, maybe I should be doing this.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, nobody confided in you about like sexual stuff?
I mean, they did about like relationships and dating, like difficulty with their parents. And there's nothing that like sticks out as much as like, you know, just like self-harm stuff.
Oh, what would you have done if somebody was like, last night I went on a date with this girl and one thing led to the next and then I choked her and she died? What would you have done? I
would have immediately went to the police.
You would have went to the police?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Like, there's no doctor-patient confidentiality. Like, I'm not a doctor.
Man, the police come to his house. He's like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What was the picture that you used on MySpace?
Oh, it was just like some like youngish, maybe like late 20s, early 30s guy with a suit and tie.
What was his name?
Dr. Lowe.
Lowe?
Yeah.
Wow. Dr. Lowe. That sounds legit.
Right? That's what I'm saying. It rolled off the tongue. It was good branding.
Dr. Lowe.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. Yeah. What did the police say to you specifically when they showed up at your house?
Well, they were like, hey, you know, we know that you're Dr. Lowe. We traced the IP address here to the house. You know, they were like, we checked to make sure like there's nobody here living at the house that had like a record. We see that you go to the school, you know, so they kind of like deduced it through, you know, the addresses, the IP address and like all that kind of stuff. And they're like, you understand like what you did is wrong because you're impersonating a school employee. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I was shook. Like,
for sure.
I didn't expect it. We had like a snow day. So we like didn't go to school that day. I was outside shoveling, and then I just see like cop cars coming.
Oh my God.
What the hell is that?
I thought Brittany was texting me, so I checked my phone.
Jesus. Yeah, the police comes to you on a snow day.
Yeah.
And you thought...
I was like, oh boy, here it is. I knew it was, that's what I mean.
They showed up, you knew what it was?
Yeah, I knew what was going on. You know, that's what I mean. Like that's how we got here of like you do something wrong and it, like it's something stupid and it's happening.
Right.
Yeah. So when they had like said, I think a couple days before at school, they were like, oh, the principal is like looking for you, like wants to talk to you about something. Yeah. And I just never went. I was like, I'm just not going to go.
Right. Yeah.
And then the next day we had a snow day and I was like, okay, cool. I was scrubbing everything. I deleted everything, but I didn't know IP addresses were like a thing.
Right.
Most people didn't know at that time.
Yeah. What was that? How old? They're like 15, 16 years ago?
It was almost 20 years ago.
Yeah. I think it was like new information at the time. Were you like worried? You're like, shit, I didn't show up at the principal's office. Now they sent the police after me. Like it was.
I mean, in the back of my mind, I was like scared because like no kid wants to be in that situation, obviously.
Yeah.
But I was also kind of like, it's just a prank, like, and that they were kind of like my mom schmoozed. My mom schmoozed them.
Yeah.
She really like dialed up the charm. Like, what they were just like chilling on my couch for like an hour.
Oh, okay.
Eating cookies. Like like we talked about my thing for like 15 minutes, and then they were just like hanging out because my mom she's still beautiful, but like 20 years ago, my mom was gorgeous, super charming, and like
two dude cops
just feeding him all this food. One of them was like almost taking a nap on my couch, like just like chilling there, like eating cookies. And it's just like, it's wrong and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah. But everyone was just relieved that it was me.
Right.
Because then,
because a 13-year-old, what's going to happen to you? Nothing.
Well, it's not even that. My mom took my laptop away for almost a year.
Oh, shit.
I wasn't allowed to use the computer for almost a year unless it was like schoolwork and it was heavily monitored.
Oh, my gosh. What did you do for porn?
I didn't.
I used to watch like the porno channels on pay-per-view and it was all squiggly and blurry. And you get like a little bit of a tit there.
Yeah.
That's all it took to get it done.
We had Cinemax.
But you had Cinemax like at full, like you were able to watch the whole thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You have to go to channel 3.
Channel 3, you get the squiggly lines, you get maybe a tit or a vagina lip. That's all.
No, you wouldn't get any of that on there. Because you'd get tits, but you wouldn't get.
No, you get, because it was a porno channels, but my parents didn't subscribe to it.
Yeah. It is 6:00.
Okay.
So we do have to go to plugs.
All right. It's plug time. Well, that ended on a weird note.
I'm sorry.
it didn't have to end weird. You guys got weird on me.
We didn't get weird on you.
Well, you got silent on me.
Talk about buttholes, dude.
No, we'll save that for another one.
We didn't get weird. You got weird, and we called it out.
It all went downhill when you called it AIM.
Gosh. Yeah, the good old days. That's crazy. And it's so funny because like back then you pay per text.
Yeah.
Well,
I think they should bring that back, but they should do that for Instagram comments and video comments.
It would definitely reduce the clutter.
Yeah, and the like people just being haters. Like if you had to pay every time you left a comment,
you'd really
the world would be a better place.
Yeah, that's true. I think you should bring it back for text. Like if you had to pay because I hate the people that are like, hey, what's up? What are you doing tonight?
Yes.
Let's do that. Like,
my brother does that. It's really inhibiting communication.
It's inhibiting communication. It's driving me absolutely nuts. And now it's making me text back in the same way.
Yes.
That I don't want to.
It's like a virus.
Yes. But hey, this was fun. This was a great episode. Chris, what do you got going on? You got anything coming up?
So I have a bunch of shows coming up. You can catch me on Close the Door Behind You podcast, which I have, which will get Raj on as well.
Woo-wee.
And I'm doing some audition for this thing called Behind the Comedian in Chicago that next Friday.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and then I'll be doing a lot of shows in Japan in October. So my Japan fans can check me out there. And things are moving, man. Things are starting to go in a direction that hopefully pays off. Starting to get more like money for comedy and for like influencing stuff. So I say jump on the Christos train now, baby.
Heck yeah, dude. And I could tell. I mean, look at those Gucci glasses.
I've had these before.
Well, it looks like the image works now.
Oh, yeah.
So.
The shorts. I'm doing comedy in shorts now. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, shit.
Is that against the rules?
That's
like taboo, dude.
Mm-hmm.
People are like, oh, you got to treat the stage with respect. I'm like, I'm doing dick jokes.
Shorts and sandals.
Yeah.
No,
I would never do sandals. Yeah. That's a your people kind of thing.
You're not supposed to.
I have seen it. It makes me very mad. Yeah.
With like a gangly toenail.
Oh, God. Because that's all you stare at.
Yeah.
You know, it takes away from the comedy.
Men should not wear sandals unless they're flip flops at like a beach or
a resort. Yeah, you should never wear sandals.
Yeah. If you're walking open toed as a man on the streets of New York City, I question your integrity.
100%. Yeah. You're not a man. You're probably trans, or
I don't sign off on that.
So that's when you just give it up. You know, you wear pajamas and you go to Applebee's. That's the rest of your life.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I have a friend that sells Crocs. He like buys them and flips them.
Like, but how do you make Crocs cool? How do you flip a Croc?
Gen Z loves Crocs.
Really?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I mean, I get like people in the medical world, like nurses and doctors who wear them. I get that.
Yeah, they are very comfortable.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't wear them because aesthetically, I just don't like them.
Yeah. And plus, you have sex, right? Like,
well,
yeah.
I did at one point.
You got evidence. You have a living
one
creature.
instance where for sure I did.
Well, you did the right thing because a baby came out in the end. So my buddy, he always jokes. He's like, I don't think I'm fucking right. And I was like, you got 2 kids. I think at least twice you did it.
And he's like, Raj, they don't even look like me.
I was like, yeah, you're right. You're actually not fucking right.
My wife's Irish. I'm Filipino. The kids are black.
What happened? Eric, what do you got going on, buddy?
I just got Jokes and Dreams episode 1 coming out sometime soon, hopefully. And this.
Cool. Well, hopefully his jokes and dreams come true.
Yeah.
And thank you so much, Christos. This was so awesome. And we'll see you guys next week on Raj Against the Machine.
Later.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, guys.